Yeah, what's going on, guys? Uh, so first of all, I'd like to apologize for not posting this video earlier. I upgraded my Android Studio to 2.3, and since it's a new version, it's still full with bugs and everything. So I'm gonna be using 2.2.3 till I feel like the bugs are completely gone in 2.3 before I'm gonna upgrade. So I had to degrade mine back to 2.2.3. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so in the tutorial today, what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna be creating a list view which shows pictures of popular people and their descriptions as well as their names. So I just continued the program which our lecturer was doing in class 2 weeks ago, where although he's doing work, and I'm going to tell you guys why the program wasn't completed. So let's go. Okay guys, so the first thing we're gonna need to do is we'll create a new project as usual. Now, what do we call this? Let's call this kikz view, and choose the minimum SDK. I'm going with Kika as usual. Empty activity, and activity name I'm going to leave it as main activity. So click finish. Now we're going to let it build the Gradle. Still building, building. Indexing, and yeah, so now the Gradle is built. So what we're going to do now is, first of all, we're going to set a list view as usual. You know how this goes. I need to refresh this. Okay, so let's take out this hello world first. You can do this as usual 2 ways. Either you go type it in there or you just drag and drop. Drag and drop is usually the easiest. So yeah, let's get list view. List view should be under containers, I think. Yeah, containers, list view. Now we're gonna put it right in the middle here, and okay. So you can see nothing is showing there. It's just highlighted, but we want those items to show. Now we're gonna have to give it an ID. Let's call it kikz LV, and there, showing everything now. Now the next thing we're gonna do is this one now is going to show the list, fair enough, but what we need to do really is for us to be able to put the picture and the description in one place. We're gonna have to create a new layout file. This one we're not creating a class, we're just creating a layout. Take note. So we'll come to layout, res layout. If you don't know how to get to res, it's here, app. You come to res and layout there. Right click on the layout and create a new layout resource file. We want a relative layout here and give it a name. So I'm going to call this kikz. Excuse me. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a image view and two text views. The image view is for the picture, and the text view is gonna be for the what do they call it, the description and the name. So I'm gonna add that right about now. Now image view should be here in images and button and media. So I'm gonna add this image view right here. What's happening? Oh my god, Android Studio is again. Okay, so this pops up immediately when you choose the image view. Then you have to click IC launcher. Select IC launcher from the drawable area. Okay, and press OK. Now this is gonna be here. So we have the image view. The next thing we need is a text. We need a text view and another text view. So first of all, before we get into the text view, let's give this an ID. Give this an ID. It's already image view, but let's make it shorter. IMV. Okay, and yeah, so we could adjust the width and height. Let's say 50-50. Make it a little bit bigger, yeah. Now let's drag in the text view. Okay, so we're gonna give this a name, an ID rather, sorry. Give this an ID of say TV1 and another one. Let's get another one. So and call this TV2. So we have TV1 and we have TV2. Now I feel like this is a little bit too small, so I'm gonna add extra to the size. I'm gonna make it bigger a bit, and let's see how. But the width, the height is okay, so we'll just make the width say 30 dB. Let's see. What happened there? Oh, let's just stretch it to the end. It's already on wrap content, so. Okay, and do this to this. Okay, so we can see now, if you check here, well, the text view is still wrap content, but we're able to adjust the size. And if you look at the blueprint, it shows all the way from here to the end. Okay, so now we're done with this. Now let's get to the Java activity, the Java file. And what we're going to be doing now is we're going to declare. Okay, first of all, sorry, pardon me. Let's get the pictures. The pictures we're going to use. So I'm just going to be using the pictures our lecturer used. So I'm just taking everything down, and you can see all of them are in this folder. And yeah, Aishwarya, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, Jennifer, and Warren. Okay, so I'm gonna try to import them here. There are two ways you can do this. You can either copy them from there, copy all of them from here, copy and paste, which this is the fastest way really. So press OK, and here they're all here. We add them to the drawable folder, the drawable. Okay, or you can go to the folder itself here, find where you save your Android Studio and app, src, main, res, drawable, and here they are here now because I copied them just now already. But if I hadn't done that, they won't be here, so I could just go there, drag it and drop here. But the way I just showed was faster. The first method is faster, so it's up to you to choose which way you want to use. So that's one. Now let's get to the main coding. Let's get to the coding. So what we're going to do is we are going to declare the images. Excuse me. We're going to declare the images, name, and description. So we're going to declare what we need. Now let's start with Aishwarya, I think. So first of all, we're going to say int, use the square braces, and give it a variable. I'm just going to call this images. You can call it yours whatever you want. Equals. Now you open curly braces. Let's close this. Just I hate seeing those arrows. Now we're going to call in the pictures. So what we do is r dot drawable. Sorry, my caps is on. Drawable dot, you call the picture, comma, r dot drawable dot, call the picture again, Bill Gates, r dot drawable dot, call the picture. Okay, so I think 3 is enough. I can't start typing and typing and typing. 3 is enough. Now we do the same thing for name, but we're gonna use string because name is in strings. For the images, we're putting them as int, and for the name, we're gonna use string because they are letters. So let's call it string square braces. Call this name equals, open your curly braces. Let's close this so we don't forget later. And now we open double quotes, not single quotes, double quotes. Take note. And the first person we have there is Aishwarya. Aishwarya, comma. Oh, sorry, come out of the whatever, and put comma, and Bill Gates. Come out, comma, and then Donald Trump. Alright, so we've got that in now, and the next one, which is the final one, we're gonna be putting in the description. So I'm just gonna call this DESC, des, so short form for description, equals, same way. Now we describe all of them with quotes, double quotes once again. Bollywood actress, let's call Bill Gates an FTMS lecturer. FTMS lecturer, comma, and President of the United States. Of America. Okay, so now that that is done, the next thing we're going to do is the usual. We call the things we're going to use. So, and right now the only thing there as usual is the list view. So we're going to say list view, call it whatever, give it, declare whatever, lv equals, with the variable there, bracket list view, and now we use the find view by id, r.id.kikz lv. I think that was it, right? Let's see. Yeah, kikz lv. Now we'll close this. Okay, so we got that one now. The next thing we do is we create a new class. The reason for this class is so it can embed these images in the new layout resource file we created, this one. So we're going to be inflating that one into this page as a fragment. I'll explain what that is later. You're going to see what that is. So now I'm going to say class, give it a name, give your class a name. I'm calling this kikz adapter. Extends base adapter. You need to use the base adapter, it's not a variable. Take note. Oh, sorry. Base adapter. Okay. Okay. Now you see this error. What you do is click on it, Alt Enter, and implement the methods. All these are going to come up, and you press OK. So that's it. We have this. These have been created automatically. Now we're going to change this. Instead of to return 0, it's going to return the images. So if you remember, I called mine images. And so I'm going to type images in here. Dot length. And close this. The next one, we're going to scroll all the way down and come here. Before you use the return, go down, just push the return down. We're not going to change anything there now. Now we're going to say view. Okay, view, we're calling this now, equals get layout inflator. This is what I was talking about. What this does is it will now embed that layout resource file, the layout resource file we're going to call. It's going to embed it with the activity main. So here now we only have a space for picture, one text view for name, and another one for description. But by the time it's done embedding, it's going to be like this. It's going to be in lists. So no matter how many we put here, it's going to be like that here. Like in the first, if you remember at the start of the video what I showed you, that's how it's going to be. So I'm going to say get layout inflator dot inflate. Now we're going to call this layout resource file which we want to inflate, r.layout.kikz, comma no. Then we're going to close this. The next thing, we're going to call everything in that I'm going to call everything in the layout resource file, and we have image view. Yeah, image view. So this is a variable, just so you know, equals the normal way again. We're going to call the things we're going to use just like that. Image view, find view by id, r.id.imv, close. Come to the next one. Take the text view tv equals text view, find view by id, r.id, excuse me, tv1, close. Same thing with the last one, tv, let's call this tvv, text view, find view by id, r.id.imv, TV2. Okay, so now we've declared everything we're going to use, but how are we going to use them? We need to let Android Studio know. So we're going to tell it we want it to set this and this in this place, we want it to set this and this in this place, just like that. So we're going to say image view, call the first one now, dot set image resource. Then we're going to call in this one, first part, images. And we're going to put in a square brace I. Okay, so now if the image is okay, we do the same thing for the text. TV dot set text. We call the other one, what do we call it? Name. Yeah, we call this name, and the next one describes. So name, and as usual I. Okay, another one, TBV dot set text description I. Okay, so there. Now everything is okay here, but if I run it, it's not gonna inflate. Okay, it's gonna inflate, but it's gonna be blank or something like that, I think. Wait, hold on, let me run it to show you guys what I'm talking about. uh, so I ran the program, and this is what it's showing. It's just a plain white screen, nothing there. And I'm going to tell you why. If you remember in class, this was exactly what happened with the program in class. And the reason for this is very simple, and I'm going to show you. It's just one thing you need to change. Alright, so here. Now what you need to change, as I was saying, is this. This was the only thing that wasn't changed in class, and that was the problem. Now I have changed this, and let's run it and see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna plug my phone in, and yeah, now it's running. I'm installing the app. Alright guys, so after the changing this null, after changing the null to view, there are two things you need to do. While I was doing this, I made a mistake here. I was supposed to make it view dot find view by ID. So forgive me. View dot find view by ID. I just realized that when I ran the program and it came out with error. It wasn't responding. Dot find view by ID. And once this is done, now we have a new class and everything is okay in the class. So for this now to show on the list view, we're gonna need to call it, and we have to set, what we do is say kikz adapter, give it a variable, adapt, let's say, equals new new kikz adapter, and close. Now we're going to say lv, which is list view, dot set adapter adapt, and great. So when we run this, hold up, I'm going to run this shortly. Let me get my phone plugged in. Alright, so my phone is plugged in now, and yeah, waiting for it to detect. Why is it not working? Change. Okay, there. Are you serious right now? Excuse me. Okay, there. So now I'm gonna run this, and it's running. Gradle is building, is installing the APK. Okay, so guys, yeah, when I was creating this, I created this class, the kicks adapter, inside this first class, which was not supposed to be. And what I was supposed to do is inside the protected void, sorry, not the first class, and I was supposed to create it outside it, which means, but it's very simple to fix. All you need to do is take this out, take one curly brace out, the closed one, and put it right here under the list view, or under the list view set adapter part, and that's it. It's gonna close. So I didn't explain this earlier, but I fixed it outside the recording when I noticed it and forgot to mention it. So I'm just gonna mention it now. Once again, kikz Bryan here. Subscribe to WAFPN TV and Kika Nduka. Thanks. Alright guys, so this is the result of our program, and you can always make the size of the text views larger if you want, as well as the picture if you want, but this is basically what we need to do. And thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, make sure to comment or text me, or just make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Tats all of my dollar, tats all of my dollar, tats all of my dollar. I ain't blowing over my cola. What? Tats all of my dollar, tats all of my dollar, tats all of my dollar. I ain't blowing over my cola. What? Work hard and get paid. I got dollars out of my pain. Also hard in this game.